Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here today with President and CEO Paul Cowley of Phenom Resources. Paul, welcome to the interview.
Thanks. Great to be here with you, Greg.
Yeah, and we just had the MIF here just a week or so ago, and we really enjoyed getting the update. I think what was interesting for me was some of the questions we were getting afterwards. And we didn't have time to get into all of it, so I thought we could use some of that for the interview right now. First, before we get into that, I do think it's worth mentioning that Dave Mathewson, key guy on the right trend in Nevada with your gold project. He's definitely the right guy. He's done it before, and you have a low grade system. You're drilling within that system. You're looking for those high grade feeders that cause these larger deposits, and that's what we're hoping for. And he always lists the 5 things that you need, the 5 elements that have to be all together in order to make a big discovery. And he says all 5 of those elements are there. So
right. Now those, I can mention those 5 is important to be in one of the significant trends, which we are, the Carlin trend. Got to be in the right set of rocks. And we have those rocks that also host the gold deposits in the monster deposits and Carlin trend. You need to know where the main structure is. We know where that is now with our drilling. You need to know that there's a system there, and we've shown that with our drilling. And the 5th thing is you got to have the right team, and Dave's done it time and time again, making discoveries. So yeah, we've got all the 5 components that he thinks are necessary for a major discovery.
Yeah, there's no one better in that neck of the woods than Dave for interpreting the results and for where to put the drill holes. So, that we just need a little lady luck now, right? This is always seems to be lady luck is always a part of this somehow. So,
well, they've said that these big systems in Carlin, they're always a high grade element to it. There's always feeders to it, and we're working our way, vectoring towards it with all the good information that we've collected so far. So we're on the right path.
Yeah. So that's very exciting on the gold side. And I always like to comment because I think this is a valuable, very unique situation where you have one asset on top of the other. They're not really touching, but they're very close. And these could be mined either individually or together, with one effort. So very unique situation. Of course, the vanadium asset is a high grade asset already. Yeah. And what's interesting there is, and this is where I want to get into the questions we had after MIF that we really weren't able to address. The interest in the electric car market, because vanadium is becoming a very key, possibly a component for electric batteries, electric cars moving forward. And in many ways, vanadium is better than what we're currently using, the lithium battery, right?
I'd just like to add that it's really, there's sort of 2 markets there, Greg. There's the EV batteries, which the lithium is ideal for, lithium chemistry batteries. The large stationary batteries is where the vanadium battery excels in every respect. And just recently, or I would mention that the lithium battery had a little bit of a marginal price advantage, but that all changed back in September of 2021 when lithium prices went up 5 times because of the expected demand for lithium in the EV space. But so that leaves vanadium, which is the only other advanced technology for stationary batteries, to take that big demand. This is a huge industry that's going to excel. The U.S. government reports are saying that within 8 years, that stationary battery market will grow at least 10 times in the next 8 years. So, and vanadium is going to benefit from that because it's going to be the one battery of choice for these large. This is for solar, wind, microgrid, backup power applications.
It's just not electric vehicles. It's
right. There is an opportunity in the electric vehicle, but that's yet to be evolved.
Okay, I'm glad you explained that because I
Yeah.
was a little confused about that. Yeah, no, that's a tremendous opportunity, much bigger than the electric vehicle market. So, yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
good
The
point.
what's notable is that the vanadium has always been an excellent alloy for strengthening steel, so for infrastructural steel, but that market obviously is a very mature market, and the growth will be dependent on steel and these infrastructure projects that get funded globally, which are enormous. But I would expect that to be, because it's a mature market, to be slower, steady but slow. Where there's never, what's different now is there's never been a stronger demand and push for the world's electrification than we have now, and that's
Right.
where vanadium is now going to be at center stage.
Center stage. Yeah. Well, that we'll wait anxiously to see how that all develops. Now, there's also potential for government money to help you in
Yeah.
your development here. So that could play a big role also in your company's future. Why don't we talk about that? Is there anything on the table yet, or is it in development?
It's in the works. Basically, we're applying for grant applications, and we're hoping by the fall to get a positive read on that. But we think we've got a really outstanding project and good justification for some of this grant money. But there's obviously lots of competition out there. We think that it's great to diversify the nation's technologies and battery supply chain by not only having lithium but also having vanadium. It's just the smartest thing to do for business and for the benefit of the workforce in the U.S. It's technology and advancement of the industry, of battery industry.
Yeah, and your company is unique, like I said, because you're covering the future of technology, right? And the gold market, guys like us, we all feel that gold's going to go higher for the reasons we've talked about, many times. But the combination of those two assets is just phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
Phenom Resources, that's
right.
the name, right? So, yeah. Anyway, so the other thing that I'd like investors and people that are watching this interview to understand is I've spent a lot of time out in Nevada over the years, and I want people to understand how much infrastructure is right there for us. The rails, the railhead, the towns, all the infrastructure is really close by, and you don't really need to do a whole lot.
Yeah, extraordinary. I mean, just walking into, Mining Central, so to speak, with all of that infrastructure, all the communities that are mining based vendors and suppliers of every imaginable aspect of exploration and production.
Yeah, and with the cost of diesel transporting things, that's critical now. That's becoming very critical. And so, I'm hearing diesel prices are probably going to be going higher in the U.S. and this summer. So that's really going to affect a lot of things, a lot of decisions. So, well, anyway, Paul, we got a minute left. I'll leave the last minute to you. How would you like to wrap this up?
Yeah, just to say that this year is going to be, we've got lots on our plate and agenda to do. We're going to be drilling for the high grade root systems of our Carlin system on the gold. We're going to be drilling our smoke property. That's a very interesting looking gold project. It's earlier stage, but it's got many things that Dave likes to see. And we're also going to be drilling more vanadium. We stopped in 2018. We figured we had enough resource, but we knew that there was more to be had. So this summer we're planning on doing some resource expansion on the vanadium. It's going to add more value. It's so inexpensive to explore because it's so close to surface. So we see a lot of value in that, and then potentially these grant opportunities. And we're talking to vanadium battery manufacturers as well. So it's a lot of really interesting things that are on our plate for 2002 for us. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll look forward to what the assays tell us. Thanks so much.